This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is the key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethissphotobooks.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention the Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. It's time to give a shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, then you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia. Available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. It takes place in 4 countries with 2 strangers and 1 target where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available in paperback and ebook on Amazon. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and is even loved by Hollywood celebrities including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today. Order Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, now available at Amazon.
It's now time for The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, YouTube, iTunes, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Mike brings you great guests and interesting people from all across the globe. So sit back, relax, and enjoy another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.
Hi there.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget, Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mian Mohsen Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mian Mohsen Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mian Mohsen Zia, and it's available on Amazon, and make sure you check out today. And also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who does miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Well, the holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift for remembrance, makes you laugh and cry at the same time. And whatever gift for Grandma's recipes or just because, those smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethissphotobooks.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com at our 30 podcast platforms, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartradio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas 24/7 for your loved ones, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast, T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, a lot more. Makes great gifts year-round. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mian Mohsen Zia and check out the Mian Mohsen Zia store for great books like Missing, Once and Wrinkles, also T-shirts, pop sockets, and also hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/me and Molson Zia. And don't forget to support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM as well as PayPal and the mikewagnershow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here with a terrific lady who is an entrepreneur by day and an author by night. And she began her book as a tribute to her dog, Granite, who passed away recently. And she's based out of Webster, Massachusetts, worked in the Department of Mental Health for 32 years, also co-owner of Frosty's Tree Stand Farm, which I'm pretty hungry for some right now. And this book is about a family pet that basically was adopted in a very loving home and goes from puppy to helper and offers pet tips to teach children on how to care for their pet. And this book is called Granite The Bullmastiff Story. And we'll talk about that live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios in beautiful Webster, Massachusetts. The very multi-talented author of the book, Granite The Bullmastiff Story, Louise Chadborne. Louise, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us today.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Well, it's great to have you on board, too, as well, too. And, of course, this is a tribute to your beloved dog, Granite. To all the dog lovers out there, we salute you. So, Louise, you're an entrepreneur by day and you're an author by night. And you began your book as a tribute to Granite, who passed away recently. And you're based out of Webster, Massachusetts. You worked for the Department of Mental Health for 32 years. You're also co-owner of Frosty's Tree Stand Farm. And the book is about a family pet that goes from puppy to being a helper, being adopted into a loving family. And also, it offers pet tips on how children can care for their pets. So this is like a how-to book and a memorial book, and it's all packed in one. And before getting to that, Louise, tell us how I first got started.
I first got started, believe it or not, 24 years ago. I had purchased a new home, and who needs, a dog with a new home? I do. Most people.
We all do. Yes, we all do. Even dogs.
Right. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to get a dog. And I did research, very important. And back in the day, Turner and Hooch had a type of, bull mastiff type dog, and looked into it. And lo and behold, I was able to locate Granite, who is a little pup, believe it or not, 8 pounds.
Wow.
So we went from 8 pounds to 165 pounds. Wow. And the head on him, not enough space here to show you how big the head was. Yes, humongous. And he actually lived to be 9, which is really a great age for a large breed like that. And I had, really, really felt crushed by him passing away. And I started to write down my own thoughts about Granite and all the great memories that we shared, and said one day I'm going to do a book. Hence, 24 years later, I ended up coming across a publisher, and I said, hey, I've got a book for you. And she laughed, and I said, I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of people. And she's like, well, Louise, okay, send it to me. She was very cordial and polite. And I said, well, it's all handwritten. Back in the day, there were no computers, or if there were, I wasn't having anything to do with them, Mike. So I figured out how to get it into the computer and how to PDF. Woohoo! I'm real good at that now.
Oh, yeah, that's the big thing these days. If you can PDF, you pretty much made it. Even dogs can PDF, I'm sure, these days.
I'm sure they can. And cats, too. We can't leave them out.
Oh, yeah,
too.
Cats, that's right. You make a mistake. You take away a life, they still have some 9 lives left. It's like they keep circulating.
Correct. And when I do book number 2, believe it or not, here's a little header on it. I also had an umbrella cockatoo that had a lot of fun with Granite back in the day. Right. So I sent it over to her PDF, and 3 days later, she's like, Louise, you have a book. I'm like, get the heck out of here. I've got a book. She's like, you've got a book.
Amazing.
So yeah, right. If I can do this, anyone can, and never give up your dream, because you never know, Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
No, I was going to ask you as well, too, that anybody can publish a book these days with the new technology out there. I was just thinking about Granite as well, too, going from 8 to 165 pounds. And how long did that take you from a big jump? It's like, especially being puppy at 8, it's like, where at that point you notice a big jump in weight and height when it came to Granite?
Well, great question. I can tell you by the age of 2, he was already 120 pounds. So,
2 years? Wow.
Right. And growing. And he was not overweight. He was totally full, built, muscular, very intimidating. And hence, that was another reason why I chose to write the book. A lot of different breeds get a bum rap. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, Granite, he was really a great, fun-loving, dog. And I just wanted the public and children and even adults have read the book too, and see that, these are truly gentle giants. And it really depends upon, the owner and how they bring up the dog, mm-hmm. and what the poor dog may or may not have gone through growing up. There are a lot of abused animals out there too, mm-hmm. That need loving, time, consistency, along with children and adults.
Mm-hmm. Right. And of course, we all need dogs too. And in fact, we just celebrated our dog's 3rd birthday, Molly, who's a beagle boxer and turned 3. Very loving, very stubborn, very affectionate. But of course, just a great hunting dog. And I could have had her with on the show, but she would just destroy just about everything and ate up my microphone and just wipe everything out. So, with all
and happy birthday.
Yeah, thank you. I'll tell that in dog speak. So we'll do that too. And also, what attracted you to Granite in the first place? Or that particular breed?
Well, I like that they were very, most dogs or all dogs are loyal. However, they have a very protective, guarded side to them. So even the size alone was very intimidating. However, I would not have to worry about being gone from the house and have, anyone enter the house. And what I liked about them, they're not really big barkers. They tend to be very quiet and they wait in the dark and pay attention. And for example, with Granite, if there was something moved just a teeny tiny bit in the yard, he would immediately know that object was moved, and would go into, the guard stand, I call it, and just, say, hey, Mom, there's something a little different out there that got moved, and I liked that.
Mm-hmm. And right. That's very fascinating too. It's almost like a dark guard dog. You don't have a gun. You have to have a security alarm, have a security guard. I mean, you gotta say this is like, if anybody's looking for home protection, get yourself a dog, especially of Granite. It's like, I think that's the whole key right there.
Right. And Granite, I have to mention, was the best darn lap dog at 165 pounds. He, if he were still here, he would be laying on top of me right now. Now, your feet may get paralyzed from the weight, However, he loved being with you, and doing it. We did everything. We went for rides. We had ice cream together. There's some stories of that in the book. There's one in particular story. May I share it with you?
Absolutely.
Okay. One day back in the day when I did work for the Department of Mental Health, I was all dressed up. And it's the cover of the book. Mm-hmm. I was all dressed up, high-heeled shoes. There was morning dew on the front yard, on the lawn. And here I am. He was about 120 pounds, give or take then. He spotted the neighbor 2 streets over, who happened to be a state trooper in full uniform. And he wanted to go say hi. Granite said hi to everyone in the whole neighborhood, 2-3 streets over. He starts running, picking up speed. I am now water skiing.
I saw that in the cover. It's like...
Right. Water skiing. Now, Mike, part of the story is that I decided to try and grab the side of my house. Why? I cannot tell you to this day. And when I tried grabbing it, I'm like, what am I doing? I'm not stopping Granite. I need to let go of the leash. I've already water skied. I don't want to wipe out. So I let go of the leash. Off he went. The neighbor's yelling to me, Louise, do you want me to hold him? I'm like, please. I'm giving him the thumbs up, trying to catch my breath. I'll be right there, and I went over to them, and Granite's looking up, wagging his tail like, hey, hi, Ma, you caught up with me. Am I in trouble? I do have to tell you, he was in a little trouble. He did not get his treat that morning, and he was not too thrilled about that. And in the book, he does interact a lot. Go ahead. Sorry, Mike.
No, I was going to say, even saying hi to a trooper, it's like, oh my gosh. I mean, maybe I want to say, hey, what bad guys can I catch for you today? So.
Right. Very good point. Very good point, Mike. Right. And he truly was a joy, Oh, and you asked another thing of what I like about the breed. This may turn some people off. I love the big jowls and all the drool, Mike.
Oh my gosh. That's very attractive. I got to say that means stay away unless you're super nice. I think that's a very attractive feature nowadays.
Thank you, Mike. And when he would shake his head, it would go from, the walls in the house from like 4 feet down. And after a while, I would clean it up. Then I'm like, you know what? That's like a child, where you're marking off how tall they're getting and, some of their artwork that they may have done on the wall that you don't want to disturb. So I ended up leaving it after a while.
Oh, my gosh. I wish I was with Granite right now. Maybe I can introduce somebody and see how they get along, too. So
I'm sure they would get along great. Granite got along with everyone. He really, really did. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And of course, that's one of the tips we'll talk about as well, too, and how to care for pets, including like Granite or Molly or any dog out there. For dog listeners out there, you might want to listen up. Louise will offer some tips as well, too, along with some of her other ventures. But first, listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. It's 1-800-303-3960 or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international award-winning author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is an illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews and even loved and endorsed by Hollywood celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today before it goes missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, the Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where memory is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at a wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs, huh? Even Granite? Well, the holidays are coming, and what better time to give a gift for remembrance makes you laugh and cry at the same time. And whatever gift for Grandma's recipes, or just because, little smiles and tears will just melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw, Picture This Photo Books at 646-798-0809, or visit picturethisphotoBooks.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books. Bring your memories back to life. The whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show on over 30 podcast platforms and themikewagnershow.com. Don't forget to take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today for great gift ideas. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast or mikewagnershow.com. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia for great books, merchandise, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Molson-Zia. And don't forget to support us on Anchor FM as well as PayPal. And don't forget to donate to the mikewagnershow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with author Louise Chadborne of Granite The Bullmastiff Story here on the Mike Wagner Show. She's an entrepreneur by day and author by night. And you're based out of Webster, Massachusetts. You worked in the Department of Mental Health for 32 years. Also co-owned Frosty's Tree Stand Farm. You're making me hungry for that. But first, tell us about, how you got started with the Department of Mental Health.
Oh, long time ago, I really needed a job. And I started as a teacher's aide with special needs children. And then from there, I went over to the mental health field and had done residential work. Then an opportunity opened up over at the Department of Mental Health for a brandy new position that they had never had before, going into people's homes and helping people. Mm-hmm. So I started that program technically. And from there was a mental health worker. And then I became a case manager and had done that for 32 plus years. Love helping people. Yes. Yeah.
It does too. And I'm sure you love people, especially with dogs as well too, helping dogs and everything else.
Right. I remember one time going in with a coworker to assess somebody. That's when we, would double team it. And they had like a little kitten. Wasn't a dog. It was a kitten.
Oh,
and
wow.
I just started playing with the kitten, and my coworkers looking at me like, what are you doing? We're here to, work. And I'm like, I'm paying attention. I'm listening, and to this day, they don't let me forget that. Or, they're like, oh, Louise, we have a case for you. And I'm like, animals, right? And they're like, yes, animals. So I never minded going into houses with any type of animal.
So it sounds like that's where your love of dogs come in. You're like, hello, Fido. Hello, Spike. Hello, Spot. Right. Yeah, we're going to sit down, talk to people, and
right.
And you're included too. We're going to make sure you have dog treats. So
yes, all the time. I still do in my apartment right now for if any doggies come by or, visit me. I'm a Grammy. I have a little doggy. So I'm a Grammy, not me, but you know what I mean. So when the doggy comes over, I have treats, and you bet. And I also, for the past 2 years, I am volunteering at the zoo, the local zoo.
Oh, nice.
Yes. And there, Mike, I get to talk to all the animals and nobody feels that I'm strange, which is really good.
Oh, my gosh. The newest Dr. Dolittle out there these days. Correct. That's something I've been trying for quite some time, but it seems like it comes back in a different language. So
Right. It really, really does. And some people have called me that, I'll go. Well, I save turtles too, Mike. I do it all. I do whatever I can. Big snapping turtles. Actually, that would be a great new children's book too.
Oh, yes. I was just going to mention that, about some upcoming books. We'll talk about it as well too. And of course, I'm sure they also call you like the dog whisperer, animal whisperer, or anything like that. So you got a great gift.
Right. And Mike, I pet sit now too.
What's that?
Do it all. I pet sit now as well.
Oh,
I go into people's homes and I will pet sit.
Huh. Yes. Pet sit. Yes. That is so interesting. So if you guys need a pet sitter, you can just contact Louise and she can tell you how to, get in touch with her as well, too. And you're also a co-owner of Frosty's Tree Stand Farm, and you're making me so hungry. Tell us about that.
Well, it's not food, Mike.
Darn it. Frosty's kind of gave it away. That's the whole thing.
It's Frosty Trees. I help sell Christmas trees.
Oh, I'm still hungry for those things, even dogs. So
right. So I will be starting selling Christmas trees a few days before Thanksgiving, which is literally right around the corner.
Wow. Oh, my gosh. Right. And so make sure you get your gifts in order as well, too, and pick up a tree from her as well, too. And, more about the book as well, too, with Granite The Bullmastiff Story here on the Mike Wagner Show. You'll also offer some tips as well, too, to teach children how to take care of their pet and more. And maybe just give us a few of the tips, what children can do, and especially adults, some tips as well.
Well, number one, you have to love them always. Even if they, tear apart your favorite pillow or something, you have to love them always. That's very important. Regular, vet appointments, making sure that you're able to, have the money to do and get what they need for flea, heartworm, all of, that. Very important. Brushing their fur, clipping their nails. And one of, my favorites with Granite was poop scooping.
Poop patrol. That was my favorite childhood memory. I get one of my sisters, and it's always you point. It's like I point, you pick. That sort of thing. It's like just yell it back and forth. You never pick on anybody. They always just alternated turns with our dog. It's like I point, you pick, or you point, I pick. Anything like that. I remember those days. Poop patrol.
Right, and with me, I needed a huge wheelbarrow and a big rake and shovel for Granite.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Yes. His poop was, like the size of a cow or a mini horse.
I can't imagine doing it in my yard. I thought Molly's was big, but it's like, oh my gosh, Granite takes the cake. How do you say that? So
yes. There's an expression. I can't technically use it, I don't think, right now, but it like a brick. That's what Granite's was.
Exactly. And we all know what you mean, Louise. We completely understand. And how about some other do's and don'ts when it comes to pets?
You have to make sure that they don't eat chocolate. Chocolate is very bad. Excuse me, I have a little tickle.
Okay.
And daily walks, playtime, very, very important. It amazes me how many people don't take their dogs out, to be outside. Some of them just choose to keep them in as like an apartment type dog. And it's like, no, get that dog outside. And with Granite, he was a working breed. He had to be kept busy, and most dogs do, to keep their brain, active and keep their mind on certain things. And one of his favorite chores, believe it or not, Mike, was he would pick up a rake in the backyard when I would hook him outside, and he would rake. And there's a real live picture of him raking in the children's book.
Oh my gosh. He actually does some raking. Wow.
Yes. And actually that picture made the local newspaper.
Oh my gosh. And that's something.
Right. He really liked to do it. And people are like, you prompted him. You put it in his mouth. Never did. Never did. He picked it up and he turned it the right way and started to rake. Love it.
That's very interesting. And when it comes to helper as well, too, I like to share my favorite dog story. My wife, is going to need a pillow or whatever it is. She actually taught Molly how to, pick up and give, like pick up a pillow and give, pick up a blanket, pick up a shoe, and, whatever else, fetch me this and fetch me that. And I always said, fetch me a beer, but she probably like just drink and just bust through it. So I don't teach her in that one. I let her do that. And how else was Granite was a helper back in the day?
Oh, how else was he a helper? He would protect my vehicle if I'd always take him out for rides, and I would park like in front of the post office. And there's a story in the book where his huge head is hanging out of the back of my Blazer, and there's a big puddle of drool underneath him. And he's, looking out like, oh, I'm watching Mummy's car, the Blazer, I'm doing good here. And, people would like look at him and like step aside or across the street. They didn't want to be near the huge head of his. And one day a older gentleman went up to the Blazer, and come to find out it was one of Granite's grandfathers, saying hi to him. And people are looking like, what, you're going to have your arm like chewed off. That dog is going to go, after your face. Well, they were right. The dog went after his face, but to give him kisses. So, he would guard the vehicle too.
Oh my gosh. You know something? A message out there is if you can't afford a car alarm, get yourself Granite. I guess that's the message we have today. And lastly, where can we find Granite the Bullmastiff Story at?
That is actually a great question. It is on Amazon, and there's a local bookstore here in Webster called Book Lovers Gourmet. Or you can also, private message me and look me up on Facebook, author Louise Chadborne.
All right, we will certainly do so. And what's coming up for author Louise Chadborne, we'll find out just 1 minute. You listen to The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com, powered by SoundWeb Studios. Visit online at soundwebstudios.com for all your needs. Also brought to you by our official sponsor, The Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson's The Missing, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Also brought to you by Picture This Photo Books. Remembering is a key ingredient. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. We'll be back with author Louise Chadborne of Granite The Bullmastiff Story after this time out. This edition of The Mike Wagner Show is brought to you by Picture This Photo Books, where remembering is a key ingredient. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. And who doesn't miss Grandma's meatballs? The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whatever gift of Grandma's recipes, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809 or visit picturethisphotobooks.com. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 10% off your first order. Picture This Photo Books, bringing your memories back to life. They're whimsical, casual, or formal, and always uniquely you.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. It talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamotionzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey, this is Ray Powers. And if there's one thing you can count on in these unpredictable times, it's that you're in good hands getting some great radio, courtesy of The Mike Wagner Show. That's okay, I'm not looking to rain.
We're back with author Louise Chadborne here on the Mike Wagner Show. We talked about her beloved dog, Granite, and her latest book as well, too. I mean, just a great story. I just wish I could hug Granite right now at this time. And speaking of books, what can we expect from you in 2022 and beyond when it comes to your next projects?
Great. I do have a book, too, of Granite the Bullmastiff with co-star Kojak, the umbrella cockatoo.
Oh, my gosh.
They have quite a few stories that they talk about that happened between the two of them. If you can believe a bird chasing a big 165-pound dog down the stairs. That's book 2. And I may be going on a trip. And if I do, it has to do with the blue booby bird.
Blue booby bird. I'm picturing this right now. And I'm sure Granite upstairs is like...
Right. And then you gave me an idea, Mike. Thank you, for maybe a snapping turtle, save the turtle type children's book.
Oh, you know something? I'm so looking forward to it, and you can take all the credit, so I'll let you have that.
Thank you. All right, thank you.
We certainly do that. And when you thought about cockatoos, and we were talking about that, it made me think of the TV show Beretta had that cockatoo. Yes. It made me think of it as well, too, and I thought, oh my gosh, like I would love to have one right now and pair up with Molly, and maybe we'll see what happens. I think you gave me a really good idea. Get a cockatoo and get a dog together and chase each other. I think that'd be great.
Yes, and they do. Thank you, Mike.
No problem. We certainly will do so. And just a few more things, Louise. Who do you consider biggest influence in your career?
Oh, the biggest influence in my career. Oh, no one's asked me that. Granite. Really. He got me going on it all. Granite.
Okay. And I'm sure he's proud of it too. And what's the best advice you can give to anybody at this point?
I think the best advice is you can always have a dream come true and just love everybody and everything and do well. And it comes back to you tenfold.
And that's certainly true today, and we'll apply that. Once again, author Louise Chadborne of Granite The Bullmastiff Story here on the Mike Wagner Show. Louise, a very big thank you for your time. You've been absolutely fantastic. Looking forward to having you again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, keep in touch, and look forward to having you in soon. And once again, tell us about your upcoming projects. What's your website? How do people contact, or can people purchase or check out your book?
Okay, upcoming books, Granite and Kojak, The Umbrella Cockatoo, book number 2, perhaps a children's snapping turtle, Save All the Turtles, and possibly a blue booby bird book, also, depending. And you can get my book at Amazon, or author Louise Chadborne. You can private message me, or T. Fielding Lowe Company. That's my publisher. And thank you for having me. This has been like a lot of fun.
And certainly a lot of fun, too. And a very big thank you for your time, Louise. You've been fantastic. Looking forward to having you soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, keep in touch, and look forward to having you again soon. We wish you all the best, and you've got a great future ahead of you.
Okay, thank you. Bye, Mike.
Picture this photo books, where remembering is the key ingredient. Preserving memories, keeping the memories of your loved ones alive as they reach in and touch your heart. How beautiful your mother looked at her wedding, and even more so at yours. The holidays are coming. What better time to give a gift of remembrance that makes you laugh and cry all at the same time? Whether it's a gift of past holidays, grandma's recipes, long ago moments, or just because, those smiles and tears will melt your heart. Call Karen Shaw at 646-798-0809. Once again, that's 646-798-0809. Or visit picturethisphotobooks.com.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley, and I'm an American actress and a TV host. And I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written. It's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing. Available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Sonic Web Studios specializes in custom web design, app development, social networking, search engine optimization, domain registration, email marketing, online stores, and more. Since our birth, we have been designing and developing immaculate websites and providing web solutions which are a cut above the rest. As a leading web designing enterprise, we have a team of extremely talented web designers who are well-focused and have the experience of working on multiple web developing platforms such as PHP, Magento, custom WordPress, and more. Sonic Web Studios has been helping businesses of all kinds, whether big, small, established, or startup, impress their audiences with exemplary web solutions. We don't just create beautiful and functional websites. We give you a complete online solution with the main goal of enhancing your yearly revenues. We aim to give your business the online exposure and brand acknowledgement that will help you in achieving increased conversions leading to profitable sales. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on Spreaker, Spotify, iHeartradio, iTunes, YouTube, Anchor FM, Radio Public, and themikewagnershow.com. Please support our program with your donations at themikewagnershow.com. Join us again next time for another great episode of The Mike Wagner Show.